Therapist's office night. The room is dim, softly lit by a desk lamp and two candles on a nearby shelf. A thick sense of stillness. A storm rumbles faintly outside. Dr. Helena Carter, 40s, professional, composed but tired, sits in an armchair, notebook in her lap. Across from her is Rose Evans, late 20s, pale, wearing a heavy coat despite the warm room. Her eyes are dark with exhaustion. "Helena, this is our final session, Rose. Are you ready to talk today?" Rose softly. "It's too late, maybe. Talking won't change anything now." "Helena, you said something last time. About voices. You said they weren't gone." "Rose, they never left." "Beat." Helena scribbles something. "Helena, tell me what you mean." "Rose, I mean, they whisper when I try to sleep. I see him sometimes in mirrors. And sometimes I feel like I'm not alone. Even when I'm alone." Helena listens quietly. Rose trembles. "Rose, so indeed. They told me you wouldn't believe me. That you wouldn't help me." "Helena, who told you that?" "Rose, the ones in the dark. The ones that came after David died." Helena frowns, glancing at her notes. There's a name scribbled. David deceased. "Helena, you never mentioned David before." "Rose, he never left." Rose suddenly clutches Helena's hand. "Rose, so indeed. Promise me, if anything happens to me, you'll listen to the tape." Helena, alarmed. "What tape?" "Rose, my real last session. I recorded it. I couldn't say it here. She lets go eyes hollow." "Rose, so indeed. Good night, Dr. Carter." She stands. Walks out. Therapist's office. Next morning. A knock. Helena opens the door to find Detective Marcus Levy, 50s, composed, formal. "Levy, Dr. Carter. Sorry to disturb you. May I come in?" "Helena, of course. What is this about?" He steps inside. "Levy, it's about a patient of yours. Rose Evans." Helena stiffens. "Levy, Condé. She was found early this morning. Apparent suicide. Jumped from her apartment balcony. Left no note." Helena stares at him. Shocked. "Helena, no. She was just here. Last night." "Levy, we were hoping you could provide any records or insights. Anything she said, especially if she expressed suicidal ideation." Helena nods slowly in a daze. "Helena, she mentioned whispers. She was frightened. She believed something was following her." "Levy, do you believe her?" Helena hesitates. "Helena, I don't know. Helena's house night." Helena sits at her desk, replaying old session tapes. Nothing unusual. Then she searches her shelves. One tape is missing. She finds a small envelope tucked behind her notebook, to be opened only if I'm gone. Rose. She opens it. Inside is a cassette labeled, "My Real Last Session." Helena's study, later. The cassette clicks into a dusty tape player. Helena presses play. Rose, VO from tape. "If you're hearing this, I'm already gone. I didn't want to die. I wanted to escape. From him. From them." Whispering rises faintly in the background of the tape. Helena leans in. "Rose, VO. They made me do things. The voice in the walls. David wasn't who he said he was." Suddenly, the tape distorts. A loud shriek. The player sparks. The power goes out. Helena jumps up. The candles on the desk flicker and go out one by one. Whispers echo through the darkness. "She told you. Now listen." Helena's bedroom. Later that night. She bolts upright in bed, drenched in sweat. The tape recorder sits on her nightstand. Rewound. No power in the house. She hears a faint cry from her hallway. She steps out. The hallway is empty, but faint scratches appear along the wallpaper. She backs away, breathing heavy. Helena's office. Next day. Helena meets June Williams, 30s, podcast host, after emailing her about Rose's case. June arrives with a microphone, recorder, and a weathered look. "June, you said you had a recording of a spirit?" "Helena, not a spirit. A girl who thought she was being haunted. Maybe she was." She plays a short clip. Whispers in a distorted voice. "Finish this session." June freezes. "June, I've heard that before." "Helena, what?" "June, another case. Different girl. Same phrase." Helena's office night. Helena and June sit together, listening to Rose's tape again. The whispers grow clearer, layered with guttural tones beneath. June. That distortion, it's identical to what I heard in the Sutton case. Same phrase, same audio breakdown. It's like something copied itself. Helena. What happened to the girl in that case? June. She disappeared. No body. Just claw marks on her apartment walls and blood. Lots of blood. Helena turns pale. Helena. Do you think this is a possession? June. I don't know. But it's not just mental illness. That phrase, finish the session, it's part of something larger. Helena's study, later. Helena searches her bookshelf and pulls out David's file. Clippings, photos, and session notes. She spreads everything out on the desk. There's a drawing, childlike, of a figure with hollow eyes and no mouth. It's labeled, "He comes when you're weak." A sharp sound, glass shattering in the living room. Helena rushes out. The window is broken. A cassette lies on the floor, unmarked. She picks it up with trembling hands. Office, the next day. She and June examine the tape. It contains a distorted voice, barely audible. Tape voice distorted. Session never ends. June. We need to find where this began. With David. Mental Hospital Archives Day. Helena and June visit an abandoned wing of the state mental hospital where David was once treated. Dust and mold cover the halls. They locate his file. Inside, a journal full of incoherent writing and diagrams. One page reads, "She feeds off confession. Each truth unlocks her." June. Who is she? A sudden cold rush. Lights flicker. In a reflection of a broken window, Helena sees Rose standing behind her, expressionless. She turns. Nothing. Helena's house, night. Helena dreams of Rose tied to a therapy chair, mouth stitched shut, shadows moving behind her. A voice hisses. Only the last truth frees her. She wakes up screaming. Motel room, night. Helena and June set up equipment. Microphones, EMF meters, infrared cameras. They're shaken, but focused. A map on the table traces Rose's known movements. They mark the old therapy center. Helena. It all leads back to where David's sessions were held. That's where it started. June. Then we go there. Tonight. Abandoned therapy center, lobby night. The center is decrepit. Vines crack through walls. Old therapy rooms sit frozen in time. As they walk deeper, the air thickens. Static hums through June's recorder. June. I'm getting spikes. This isn't just EMF. This place is charged. Helena. We finished the session here. Therapy room 9, night. The original therapy chair still stands. Helena places Rose's tape in a recorder. Rose, viol. He made me talk until I said it. What happened to my brother? But it didn't end. She woke up. She wanted more. A loud crash. Lights flicker. They spin around. Nothing. Suddenly, June's recorder plays back distorted words. Recorder, viol. Confess. Or join her. Center basement, later. They find a hidden room behind panel. Inside, old candles, scratched walls, and a photo of Rose as a child with David. There's writing in blood. Confession is binding. Helena stumbles back, horrified. A figure stands in the shadows. Rose. But she's wrong. Taller. Her face stitched into a smile. Demon Rose. You listened. Now finish. The lights explode. Helena and June scream. Hallway, continuous. They run. Hallways twist impossibly. Doors appear and vanish. Helena falls. When she looks up, David stands above her, eyes black. David. She needs a new voice. Yours. Therapy room 9, return. Helena is dragged back to the therapy chair. She's restrained. June tries to help, but is flung into the wall by unseen force. Helena. You want the truth? Here it is. The room stills. Irina, kundi. David didn't die in an accident. Rose pushed him. She told me. And I buried it. I didn't report it. I thought she was delusional. I was wrong. June's car driving. June and Helena drive to Rose's childhood home. June. You said Rose lost her brother young? Helena. She said he drowned. But it was vague. Too vague. June. Let's see what they were hiding. Rose's childhood home day. The house is abandoned. They break in. Old family photos remain. A burnt diary is found under the floorboards. Helena, reading. He talks to me from the mirror. He said David would make them all listen, but they didn't. So he screamed. June looks up. A cracked mirror in the corner. In it, Helena's reflection doesn't move. Helena's reflection whispers. Finish the session. June screams. Rural countryside day. 1 week later, Helena stands outside an old wooden church, isolated among rolling hills. She's holding Rose's notebook. Her hand trembles slightly, but her face is determined. Church basement day. A circle of candles. A microphone, a recorder, and a printed transcript of the original sessions. Helena sits in the center. June records. Helena, this is the final session. The story of Rose Evans and the truth she was never allowed to finish. As she speaks, the candles remain still. No whispers. No flickering lights. Helena, Conde. The darkness that clung to Rose was never about a demon alone. It was guilt, grief, silence. It festered, became something worse. Suddenly, the air chills. A shadow flickers in the far corner, but it does not advance. Helena, Conde. You're heard now. Rose, David, whoever you were, you're free. June's podcast studio night. The story has gone public. June's podcast episode, Rose's Last Session, has gone viral. The world hears the tape. Listener feedback flashes across the screen. I've heard that whisper too. This explains what I saw as child. June looks at Helena. June, they're coming forward. From all over. Helena. Then we keep going. We help them finish their sessions. Therapy Center, Rebuild Day. Months later, a new therapy center opens. Bright, clean, hopeful. A plaque reads, in memory of Rose Evans. Helena welcomes a young girl into her office. Helena, you're safe here. Nothing will hurt you while you speak. The girl nods and sits. As the door closes, a single whisper echoes faintly. Whisper, thank you.